right, Unit 3 test review. This is actually second Unit 3 test. The first test we took was mid-unit. This is the rest of the unit. Go ahead and get started, not waste any time. On number 1, we want to find the equation of a line that is perpendicular to this equation and goes through this point. So, I know it's perpendicular to this equation. I know what the slope has to be. This line has a slope of -3. Perpendicular has to have a slope that is the opposite reciprocal. Positive 1/3 is my slope. I also know a point that it goes through, 9, 2. So I'm going to use the point slope formula. Y minus 2 equals m x minus 9. Distribute, I get 1/3 x minus 3. Over here, I need to get the y by itself. So plus 2 to both sides. And I end up with y equals 1/3 x minus 1. Number 2, parallel to this line and goes through 8, -2. A little bit different because I know parallel has to have the same slope, but what is my slope? I don't know yet. I need to rearrange this equation to y equals mx plus b form in order to know the slope. So, 2x plus 4y equals 12. Subtract 2x to both sides. 4y equals -2x plus 12. Divide by 4. And I get y equals -1/2 x plus 3. -1/2 is my slope. I have a slope, I have a point, so again, point slope form. Y minus -2, change, equals m x minus x, which is 8. So again, distribute -1/2 x plus 4. I want to subtract 2 to both sides to cancel that out. And I end up with y equals -1/2 x plus 2. That's readable there. -1/2 x. Ooh, that's awful. -1/2 x plus 2. Next, I want to create an equation that is parallel and an equation perpendicular to the given line. Whoa, what's going on? Erase all that. Let's scroll down. How can I scroll? What the heck? There we go. Okay, technical difficulties. Whoa. There we go. Okay, so this line, I need to know the equation to this line. I know my slope, rise over run, is down 3 over 4. So -3/4 is my slope. Plus 3 is my y-intercept. All I care about is the slope, though. Parallel, same slope. Y equals anything with a -3/4 x slope, plus 10. As long as the y-intercept isn't the exact same, then I have a different line that is parallel. Perpendicular, I need the opposite reciprocal slope. So, positive 4/3 x, any y-intercept, plus 8. This is parallel. This is perpendicular. Number 4, we're looking at nth term. I need to create a formula that can be used to find the nth term of each one of these. So, what I need to do first is find the rate, or the slope. It looks like I'm going up by 2 each time. So that tells me 2n, or 2x, is my slope, 2. Now I need my y-intercept, my starting number. Remember, we do not take this as our starting number. That is after I've already added 2. That's my first number, not my starting number. I want the 0th term. I start back here, and when I add 2, it gets me to -5. So I'm backing up 2 in my pattern, which would be -7. So 2n minus 7 is my nth term, or the way to find my nth term. What is the 30th term of this pattern? Well, I'm going to plug in 30, and I get 60 minus 7 is 53. If I continue that pattern 30 times, I get up to 53. I'm going to speed up on these next two a little bit just to save time. 10n plus 50. My 30th would be, no, that ain't right. 10 times 30 plus 50. Oh, I was way off. What was I doing? 300 plus, oh, I just subtracted stuff, added 350. Here, it looks like I have a rate of -3n plus my starting point is 98. So, my 30th term is -90 plus 98, which is 8. Number 7. All right, the equation of a line that passes through these 2 points. Number 7 and 8 are very similar, so I'm going to just do number 7, skip over number 8. First, I need the slope. 12 minus 6 over 1 minus -1. Change. 6 over 2. Reduce your slope always to 3. I know my slope. I have a point. I'm going to choose this point, not that one. Now I'm going to use the point slope formula. Y minus 12 equals m x minus 1. Distribute 3x minus 3. Cancel out the minus 12 by adding 12. And I get y equals 3x plus 9. Number 8, you do get a 0 slope here. 0 is just a normal slope. Go through everything like normal. Don't think that everything's different because you got a 0 slope. Number 9, 2 equations steeper than the line above. Steeper means bigger slope. So, y equals 4x minus 2. And y equals, let's get crazy, 100x minus 2. Number 10, give 2 equations flatter. Flatter means a smaller slope than 3. So y equals 2x minus 2, and y equals 1/3 x minus 2. There's an infinite amount of correct answers here. It doesn't have to be these. Just remember, it has to be smaller than 3, or for steeper, bigger than 3. Ignoring the sign. It could be negative also, and that doesn't make it any different. So that would also work. -2 and -1/3 x over here. Shifted higher. 2 equations that are shifted higher. We're no longer looking at the slope. Now we're looking at the y-intercept. Shifted higher means that the y-intercept is greater than -2. So y equals 3x plus 5. Y equals 3x plus 10. Both y-intercepts are greater than -2, so we're shifted up. Shifted lower, shifted down from there, I need to be smaller than -2. 3x minus 3, or y equals 3x minus 10. Both are shifted down. Number 13. We're going to scatter plot. Find the equation to the trend line through the data below. Use your equation to predict the height of a 200-pound student. So, there is an awful trend line. Let me redo that. Awful trend line. Let me redo that. There we go. Perfect trend line right there. I need 2 ordered pairs on my trend line. They do not have to be actual data points from the graph, just any ordered pairs. I want that one and that one. This one is 90, 60. This is 130, 70. Find my slope. Normal slope formula. Y minus y, 70 minus 60, over 130 minus 90. Now yours will probably be a little different than mine. I doubt you chose the exact same 2 points, but your slope should be close. I got 10 over 40, which is 1/4, which here a decimal might work better than a fraction, 0.25. So as long as you got anything close to 0.25, you're good. Now that I have a slope, I need to have a point, and use the point slope formula to find my y-intercept. Very important here, look. I cannot use this as my y-intercept. This is not my y-intercept. This is not my y-axis. This is not the origin, so I can't say 50. I need to imagine where this would be all the way back at 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. All the way back at 0, I don't know where it's going to be. I can't just eyeball the y-intercept. I have to figure it out algebraically. Point slope formula. I'm going to use this as my point. Y minus 60 equals 0.25 x minus 90. When I distribute, I get 0.25x minus 22.5. Add 60 to both sides, and I get y equals 0.25x plus, what is this? What have we got? 37.5. Is that correct? Is my math right? I think it is. Yes, good. So, again, you're not going to have the exact same slope or y-intercept, but as long as you're close, then you're good. A lot of right answers here. We're almost done. Okay, number 14. Find the equation and correlation coefficient to the line of best fit through the given data. This is all calculator. So, I'm going to switch over to my calculator here. Start a new document. I want to start with a listing spreadsheet. I need to make sure I title the first column X, the second column Y, and then start with my numbers. I have years after 1980. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. Y's, I have 114, 120, 122, 128, and 137. Make sure you hit enter on that last one. Next, add a page, control doc, data and statistics. I got my X column or X axis down here. Click on these to set your X and Y. And then we have menu, analyze, regression, linear mx plus b. There is my equation, 1.08 x plus 113.4. To get my correlation coefficient, add another page, make it a calculator, push var, and then choose stat.r or stat.results. Hit enter. My R is 0.978. Okay, so here's my R value, 0.978. That is a very strong positive correlation. Anything above 0.75 is strong. Number 16, what is a reasonable prediction for the enrollment in the year 2020? This is 40 years.